Hello guys! Sorry it's been a while. But today I'll be designing characters for my future comic. So let's get started. So the comic I'm making is a slice of life witch comic called The Witches Club. Not coven, 'cause they're in school and so they call their group a club instead. It's supposed to be kind of a cute play on words. My main inspirations for the series would be Sabrina the Animated Series, Little Witch Academia, Winx, Lucky Star, and Sasami's Magical Girl Club. There won't be any end-of-the-world stopping plot lines, but they are witches, so their everyday lives will be a bit more interesting than ours. Anyways, the character I'm drawing here now is our protagonist, Apricot. She's a very friendly girl and the one who started the Witches Club at their mostly human school. She's very proud and open about being a witch and is confident and has very strong magic. But unfortunately, she's not the best at using her magic wisely and doesn't make the brightest decisions, often causing the most problems throughout the comic. She's always very impulsive sometimes, which doesn't help her any. But she always means well. Canonically, Apricot does wear EGL fashion and also sews her own dresses since the fashion is very expensive. She lives with her uncle who is also a witch who runs a magic diner. Also, by the way, sorry about the background of this video. I was recording in my bed. I also never seem to be able to manage recording during the day, even though it's better to record in daylight. I swear I'm nocturnal. Anyway, for the design, I wanted her to be very pink just because she is technically an old character and has always been pink. She's also the only club member who wears a hat because she's the most proud of her magic. So here's the finished design. The next member of the club we have is Salem. And yes, her name was mainly inspired by the cat from Sabrina. Salem is pretty antisocial, or she used to be, until she joined the Witches Club. And she only really joined because of the free snacks offered at the meetings. Now that she's in the Witches Club, she definitely socializes more, but still prefers to be alone. She lives in a cottage in the woods alone with her many cats, which makes her seem even more strange to humans along with her fashion sense. Out of all the members of the club, she's probably the one that hates humans the most, which isn't helped since she goes to a majority human school. But she is very poor, so she could never afford to go to a private witch school. Since she is very poor, I tried to convey that in her design by giving her torn and worn clothing. She has picked up many skills to cut down on her expenses and even does some exorcism side jobs to make herself some money. Besides from exorcism, Salem also specializes in portal making. She definitely tries to look tough and intimidating so people don't approach her. But she's definitely the shortest member of the group and also a cat girl, so most people just think she's weird, not a threat or anything. The only people in town who are semi-afraid of her are really little human kids, who treat her kind of like a town horror legend and daring each other to go up to her or to go to her house. She does kind of play into it though whenever a little kid approaches her. She finds it entertaining and funny rather than taking any real offense. But she does genuinely get angry whenever a little kid trespasses on her property. So this is Salem. I think she came out very nice. Also, if you've made it this far in the video, consider liking and subscribing. It would mean a lot. Next, we have Strawberry May, Apricot's best friend. By the way, you'll see me struggling with this pink dry marker in this footage because I was pushing it to its very limit, and I eventually just had to go in with 2 other markers and blend as best as I could, but I don't think the end result came out bad. Anyways, Strawberry May is a very sweet girl who specializes in plant magic. She's also a big environmentalist because of this and does a ton of volunteer work. Cleaning up lakes, rivers, helping out at animal shelters, or the community garden. She's also even a part of the gardening club at school along with the Witches Club, of course. Strawberry May's everyday style is definitely more plain than her friends, especially since she's working with dirt a lot. It just didn't make sense to give her a very nice dress that would easily get dirty. But she does have some nice dresses, she just saves them for special days. Strawberry May is for sure the kindest member of the club, but this allows her to be taken advantage of the most. She's also way too trusting of others and too passive, never wanting to cause conflict, so sometimes she goes along with things even though she shouldn't. Often Apricot has to step in and stand up for her. Strawberry May is also the peacekeeper of the group, stopping arguments between the other girls. She hates seeing conflict. So this is Strawberry May. My favorite part of her design would probably be the strawberry flower crown. I just love it so much. Now we have Crystal, who is a bit different from the other girls. I'll also be going a bit more into the world in this section since it pertains to her character the most. Anyways, Crystal is a very privileged girl with a big ego. She's smart, the student body president, and has been doing beauty pageants since she was very little. She's extremely competitive, vain, and is very openly mean to witches. But she herself is a witch only pretending to be human. As I hope you noticed in our past 3 designs, all the girls had animal features. Apricot a dog, Salem a cat, and Strawberry May is a cow. In this world, all witches have some sort of animal feature. I did this because I wanted witches to look very distinct from humans. All witches also come from another realm called Wells and are now living among humans. So Crystal disguises herself to fit in with the majority. At first, she did it just to fit in and not be bullied, but now she loves the power and influence she holds among humans and can't let it go. So she hides her true self to stay popular and attends the Witches' Club in secret. This is also a place where her and Apricot but heads a lot because Apricot is very open and proud to be a witch. So she doesn't get why Crystal isn't. For Crystal's design, I wanted her to look very cool and chic, mainly using shades of blue for her design with pops of red. Having one of her eyes covered was actually a last-minute decision I added in the line art. But I think it fits to her secretive nature, while also making her look fashionable. I was very inspired by this particular picture from Pinterest and tried to capture these kinds of vibes. Overall, I think Crystal's design came out as one of my favorites here. Which is surprising because I have designed her before, and previous iterations just haven't turned out quite right. Lastly, we have Melody. Melody is a very chill character, very laid back. And as her name would suggest, she's very into music and even specializes in magical music. For magical music, kind of think of the Pied Piper. It kind of works like that. So there are certain magical songs that can control people or put people to sleep or hypnotize. But of course some songs or spells are banned because you can't just mind control someone and violate their consent just cause. So Melody could actually be one of the strongest, scariest witches, but is restricted with what she can do. Her magic also gives her great hearing, so she often wears noise-canceling headphones to block out all the noise. She often seems zoned out and stoic at first, but she's actually a great friend and is always there to listen to her friends when they need to rant. But she never really talks about her own problems or troubles, preferring to keep them to herself. Outside of the Witches Club, Melody also plays in a band, roller skates, and also works at the Peach Dairy Diner, the same diner run by Apricot's uncle. She also collects magic stones and has a huge collection and variety. For her design, I tried to make her look cool, but in a different way from Crystal. I gave her baggy clothes cause she loves being comfortable, and headphones. But I'm not that good at drawing headphones, so I need to practice. Also, her animal feature is a turtle, which fits with her more quiet, reserved personality. So here's Melody. And with that, all the designs are done. Again, I want to apologize for not uploading in a while. I'm in my senior year, and my English teacher is giving me so much homework. But I'm going to try to get back into uploading again and have some videos planned. Anyways, I thank you for making it to the end of the video. If you haven't already, consider subscribing. And with that, have a good day.